everybody. I'm feeling particularly antisocial today, so I'm just gonna read stuff from books around the house for those that just need a voice in the darkness. I can still be of that service. But I'm not going to be on cam or hive-minding today, and that's just where we're at. That's just where we're at. But your savings throws against the readings that's coming are... it's dark over here. Oh my goodness. Well, that's a 14 for the survivalists, a 10 for the socialists, a 10 for the sophists, and a 4 for the heart folks. So be mindful. This is like one of the things I'm reading from is Nietzsche. So it's still serious mind control. You know. I'm going to give myself a minute with it. No, I'm not. Sorry. This is what it is today. Here's some Zarathustra. I got this book because Papa Peterson said, don't start Nietzsche with Zarathustra. And self-destruction, baby. Thus, slowly wandering through many peoples and diverse cities, did Zarathustra return by roundabout roads to his mountains and his cave. And behold, thereby came he unawares also to the gate of the great city. What? The gate of the great city is in this cave. Here, however, a foaming fool with extended hands sprang forward to him and stood in his way. A foaming fool? It was the same fool whom the people called the ape of Zarathustra, for he had learned from him something of the expression and modulation of language, and perhaps liked also to borrow from the store of his wisdom. And the fool talked thus to Zarathustra. O Zarathustra, here is the great city. Here hast thou nothing to seek and everything to lose. Why wouldst thou wade through this mire? Have pity upon thy foot. Spit rather on the gate of the city and turn back. Here is the hell for anchorites' thoughts. Here are the great thoughts seized alive. And here, great thoughts seethed alive and boiled small. Here do all great sentiments decay. Here may only rattle-boned sensations rattle. Smellest thou not already the shambles and cookshops of the spirit? Steameth not this city with the fumes of slaughtered spirit? Seest thou not the souls hanging like limp, dirty rags? And they make newspapers also out of these rags. Hearest thou not how spirit hath here become a verbal game? Loathsome verbal swill doth it vomit forth, and they make newspapers also out of this verbal swill. They hound one another, and know not whither. They inflame one another, and know not why. They tinkle with their pinchbeck. They jingle with their gold. They are cold, and seek warmth from distilled waters. They are inflamed, and seek coolness from frozen spirits. They are all sick and sore through public opinion. And now some Sherry Huber. It may be true that you make sacrifices, but that doesn't make you good. It just means you make sacrifices. It may be true that you are accepting, but that doesn't make you good. It just means you are accepting. It may be true that you are responsible, but that doesn't make you good. It just means you're responsible. It may be true that you meditate, but that doesn't make you good. It just means you meditate. We label these behaviors good and then continue to do them in order to support self-hate. Perhaps doing in order to be good is what keeps you from realizing that you are already good. It may be true that you gossip, but that doesn't make you bad. It just means you gossip. It may be true that you tell lies, but that doesn't make you bad. It just means you tell lies. Oh, God, I can't. And now, from Don Miguel Ruiz and the Four Agreements, which is apparently a Toltec wisdom book. I think that's false advertisement and or cultural appropriation. Even when a situation seems so personal, even if others insult you directly, it has nothing to do with you. What they say, what they do, and the opinions they give are according to the agreements they have in their own minds. Their point of view comes from all the programming they received during domestication. If someone gives you an opinion and says, "Hey, you look so fat," don't take it personally, because the truth is that this person is dealing with his or her own feelings, beliefs, and opinions. Those opinions, such as "you are fat," that person tried to send poison to you, and if you take it personally, then you take that poison and it becomes your poison. Taking things personally makes you easy prey for these predators, these black magicians. They can hook you easily with one little opinion and feed you whatever poison they want. And because you take it personally, you eat it up. You eat all their emotional garbage, and now it becomes your garbage. But if you do not take it personally, you are immune in the middle of hell. Immunity to poison in the middle of hell is the gift of the agreement. When you take things personally, then you feel offended, and your reaction is to defend your beliefs and create conflict. You make something big out of something so little because you have the need to be right and make everybody else wrong. You also try hard to be right by giving them your own opinions. In the same way, whatever you feel and do is just a projection of your own personal dream, a reflection of your own agreements. What you say, what you do, and the opinions you have are according to the agreements you have made, and these opinions have nothing to do with me. Wow, reading out loud is hard, y'all. I don't know how the extroverts do it all the time. I mean, the voice in my head does it all the time, but like running all the hardware, the vocal cords, and blah, blah. It was late in the afternoon only when Zarathustra, after long, useless searching and strolling about, came home to his cave. When, however, he stood over against it, not more than 20 paces therefrom, the thing happened which he now least of all expected. He heard anew the great cry of distress, and extraordinary. This time the cry came out of his own cave. It was a long, manifold, one from each eye position, peculiar cry, and Zarathustra plainly distinguished that it was composed of many voices. Although heard at a distance, it might sound like the cry out of a single mouth. Thereupon Zarathustra rushed forward to his cave, and behold, what a spectacle awaited him after that concert, for there did they all sit together whom he had passed during the day. The king on the right and the king on the left, the old magician, the pope, the voluntary beggar, the shadow, the intellectually conscientious one, the sorrowful soothsayer, and the ass, The ugliest man, however, had a crown set, had a had set a crown on his head, and that had put round him 2 purple girdles. For he liked, like all ugly ones, to disguise himself and play the handsome person. In the midst, however, of that sorrowful company stood Zarathustra's eagle, ruffled and disquieted, for it had been called upon to answer too much, for which its pride had not any answer. The wise serpent, however, hung round its neck. All this did Zarathustra behold with great astonishment. Then, however, he scrutinized each individual guest with courtesy, read their souls, and wondered anew. In the meantime, I've lost the thread. There was a thread and it's gone. There, I hope my voice has comforted you in your literal aloneness and made you feel slightly, virtually not alone. Remember, everybody, some days are better than others.